Welcome back to the last round from the qualifier section of Kharak Cup number 5. This one's going to be between Tarnarmour and Descara. And obviously Descara has to be the favored player right here. He's a pretty prolific coalition player. Obviously he's very good at what he does. Tarnarmour, definitely a good player as well, but probably not on that same caliber. He is playing as random though, so you never know what's going to happen, right? I mean, literally. But you know, he has put a very good showing on in this tournament here. There's no one here. There's no one here. Oh, there's a base runner. Alright, Descara, show us what you can do. Well, clearly this replay is somewhat corrupted, so I'm gonna have to restart this one. Hope you don't mind. That happens sometimes. It's a very funny bug, you know. Volvo Opal 6. Anyway, getting back into this. Like I said, you know, Tarnarmour not favored to win here, but he has had a very good showing at this tournament. He lost the other two games that he's played, but both in very close fashion. It looked like he definitely could have won. So, you know, it'll be exciting to see what he has to show here. This is definitely not a done deal, you know what I mean, even though we would favor Descara to win it. That's the context of the match for you. I guess we can talk about the players' colors as the game is still out. No, here we are. Into the game, and this time we do indeed have two carriers. That's two more than last time. So jumping into this, Descara going for LAV fabrication pretty much immediately. Tarnarmour also doing the same, though he's like 5 seconds behind. That's just unacceptable. Descara also moving out early with his base runner, as you can see right there. Looked like he put one salvager on RUs, and then the second salvager produced was also put onto the RUs. Means he has to quick drop in order to get the resources for the next salvager, which is always fun to do. Tarnarmour, I assume, had put 4 on CUs. Whoa. Buddy, where are you going? Where are you going? There's only 5 dudes here. You gotta be here. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, AAV fabrication gonna come out for Descara pretty much as fast as it can be done, so he's definitely going for an AAV rush right here. Tarnarmour still unbeknownst to him, or maybe he actually knows. Maybe he's wanting to get more CUs, so he's putting salvagers onto CUs on the second before he puts them all the way onto the RUs, but I don't know, it seems kind of unlikely. Both base runners having a little bit of a convention out here in the beginning. And it's going to be Tarnarmour hitting the field first with a bunch of LAVs, but Descara going for AAVs. The more LAVs Tarnarmour makes, and upgrades for them too, you know, the more dangerous this looks for him, because obviously he's not going to be prepared to handle this rush that's coming in after him. Those LAVs streaming across the map, trying to get some damage done here, but Descara going to be very comfortable that he is getting power reserve 1, so clearly not that comfortable, but actually I'm amazed he doesn't just produce an AAV. Yeah, okay, there he goes. I mean, like, making the LAV, he already had AAV fabrication right there, and this LAV does not really represent much. So I'm actually kind of amazed right here. But it looks like Tarnarmour going to put down a turret. Oh, you cheeky man. That actually is not bad at all. If only it would come out just a little bit earlier, because the AAV is already on the field right here. The turret is going to be on cooldown. This is going to be a little tricky. Oh, Descara, why'd you smoke that? That's actually really odd, because now, of course, the turret is going to come off of cooldown and be able to shoot instantly. Still, though, it is going to go down. And Tarnarmour being in his opponent's base like this definitely means that... Oh, look at that, he picked up a salvager, wow. I didn't think he was even going to get a salvager there. Because he's using the smoke on the turret, anyway. That's incredible. But yeah, he definitely needs to get out of here. He needs to get something to respond to this rush here. Actually, it is quite fortunate for him that he was at his opponent's base, though, because that means that these AAVs are here rather than being, you know, here at this point. Definitely buys him a lot more time, but definitely needs to click on that button as fast as possible, I would say. Probably that one, too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. It's... No! You really want to click on it. You really want to click on it. Please. Click. Come on. I'm clicking with both fingers. Okay, I don't know. This... Okay, no. Okay, railgun fabrication. But it's gonna take, you know, 50 seconds. Descara, though, being very passive. You know, I feel like I don't know. I guess he can't know that, you know, Tarnarmour failed to click on the button for so long, but he has not moved out across the map. If he had, I think this would have just been game over, honestly. Not sure where this carrier is going. Seems to be moving about pretty much the wrong direction there. Yeah, it's headed probably to the second, where there are, I think, 2 salvagers harvesting. Yep. Are there still only 5 over here? Yeah, still only 5 on this side right there. It's going to be very low on RUs, which doesn't help when you're going railgun fabrication. Still, though, all things considered, this is looking fairly good for Tarnarmour. He's got the faster second base. You can see he's making salvagers for it. He's got railgun fabrication in the face of a bunch of AAVs, which is always nice times. He is sending this probe out, which is usually the correct move in this scenario. Was not able to get an artifact out. Descara was, but other than that, things seem to be actually looking pretty much in his favor. These AAVs obviously not going to be able to do anything to Descara, and his base is up slightly before his opponents, so that's how things are at the moment. Descara also getting out to second base just about now. One railgun finished for Tarnarmour. He's going to want to be careful with this, so probably wants to make another one. LAV down, let's roll. You heard him. Anyway. Railgun is firing into the AAVs that are going to choose to back away there. I was kind of waiting to see that fight there, because, you know, if you put your railgun too far forward, it can be killed off by those, but Tarnarmour not going to fall for that. And this is going to be fighter and gunship fabrication for Descara, and Tarnarmour has told me many times he always gets caught out by these air transitions. He hates it so much. So he might get a bit tilted right now. You also notice that Descara expanding to another base right there. I'm not sure if Tarnarmour is as well. Doesn't look like it, but I'm not sure where his money has gone. He definitely needs to be expanding to another base as soon as possible. Descara already making that support cruiser. Tarnarmour's still not there, so at least not that we can tell. Oh wait, no. Actually he is, I think. Right, because the production tab is always bugged, so. Yeah, that looks like a support cruiser to me. Alright, never mind. Never mind. However, what is he going to do for anti-air? What is he going to do for anti-air? He doesn't have his base runner, so he can't use anti-air turrets. You can see that these LAVs have a bit of anti-air, but not really what you would want to respond to strike fighters. They are actually usually pretty good against interceptors, but even so, that basically locks the LAVs into the base. It's getting power reserve 1 now. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Not really necessary at this point, I don't think. And also you can tell Descara just a little bit faster on this. You know, Tarnarmour was just a little bit faster on the first base. Descara just a little bit faster on the second. Or, well, I guess that's second and third is what I mean, not first and second. But you get the idea. Probe is going to spot the strike fighter, so Tarnarmour knows. But, you know, anti-air is still locked behind AAV fabrication. He can get support cruiser anti-air, I suppose. One strike fighter takes about half of his health in damage. One railgun goes down. I do love how Descara does not show the fact that he has air units until he's already got like 5 of them. You know, I feel like that really increases the strength of this air transition. Gives it like, you know, not only is this going to be a viable tech choice into the late game, but, you know, it's just like a little punch in the beginning. And it looks like Tarnarmour is going for AAV fabrication. He does want to get missile batteries, it looks like. One poor stranded LAV gets wrecked there by the strike fighters, but look at this, actually, good angle here from Tarnarmour to take out some of the eco from his opponent. Definitely going to be at the cost of some railguns, as you can see, as these strike fighters are going to be hitting them pretty hard, but going to do a lot of damage to this support cruiser, I think. Probably take out a couple salvagers. The repair beams are so good, you know, it's always surprising, but one of them does go down, and probably Tarnarmour has to back away, so it's not nearly so much damage as I was expecting, actually. Descara, you know what I mean? Like, you feel like you've got him, and then, no, actually, he's completely fine in this scenario, and you're like, what? Oh, and then look at that, there's an AAV over here to, like, capitalize on it. How does he do this, man? I don't know, it's like everything falls into place perfectly for him. Anyway, a bunch of LAVs here going to find Descara's base runner. These LAVs taking a lot of losses. They're going to get out of there with 3 of them surviving, it looks like. That's honestly so few that I think the I think June over here. They could probably start taking them out, actually, the strike fighters. Only 2 railguns still on the field for Tarnarmour. All the others were killed off, and that's definitely got to hurt right there. He's going for assault cruiser strategy. That's very interesting, but he needs anti-air, and he does not have it right now. Assault cruisers, of course, do have anti-air on them, but I don't know. That's going to take so long to get there. You need to make some assault cruisers in the first place, and then get them the anti-air upgrade before they can even have that. I feel like that's really not a particularly good move at this point. Probably support cruiser anti-air would have been the way to go. Good old Stoll. We've seen him before. Used to be piloting a gunship, but these days looks like he's in the strike fighter crew. How many resources does he have here? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That's a lot. That's kind of surprising. Anyway, a little backstab of AAVs coming in here on the side. The production tab definitely is bugged here because I'm sure these players are producing units, but that's alright. That is so many CUs, though, that he's got. I mean, like, he could make so many LAVs right now. He can make enough LAVs that it doesn't even matter that his opponent has got all of these AAVs, you know what I mean? I don't know, I guess that's what I thought last time, and then it didn't really work out over here. Anyway, this support cruiser here getting wrecked by some AAVs. Definitely looking like things are slipping out of his control right here. He does have railguns to stop these AAVs from pushing any further, but the damage really has already been done. Assault cruiser is coming out for him now. That's definitely going to help a lot, but it may get sniped by strike fighters if he doesn't have anti-air on the field by that point. Descara making a gunship. Oh man, that's when you know. Clearly just to counter, you know, the massive numbers of LAVs that are on the field. What could be better really than a gunship? This is a unit that we don't see very often, but I feel like it's going to excel in this purpose. It is going. Gunship go, as they say. Actually, kind of fortuitous timing. Looks like Tarnarmour had just made 2 more support cruisers. Please get the anti-air, though. Oh, that would be very good for him. Does not have the RUs for it, though. 2 assault cruisers now being produced by him. But assault cruiser anti-air also nowhere in sight. And I do worry for him. I feel he's definitely going to have anti-air troubles. It is a very healthy number of LAVs, though, isn't it? But still, you know, 3 bases on 2. Descara coming in now with the sledgehammer camera railgun push. Sledgehammer carrier railgun push that we tend to see. Descara, I'm pretty sure he thinks that there's anti-air over here somewhere, because otherwise he would definitely be in there. Like I mentioned in my game, you know, I always think that there's anti-air, even though there's actually not. I think he's kind of suffering from the same symptoms, because he could snipe a support cruiser and then some. You know, he could send the gunship in, take out these. There's literally nothing that can shoot at these units right now except for like LAVs, which is obviously not very ideal. AV's gonna come in here again. Looks like some deja vu for Tarnarmour. He's probably gonna lose the support cruiser once again. It's got a lot of LAVs right here, but they can't really go underneath this carrier. It's quite powered up. It would take a lot of damage moving in there. It's an interesting scene right there. The 2 carriers kind of eye each other from over there. I hear the gunship going off. Not sure what they're shooting at, though. Completely missed that, I suppose. There's an AAV here to guard the rail. Actually, like 3 AAVs here to guard the railguns. So these LAVs are not really going to be able to do that much as they push in, and there is quite a number of LAVs on the other side now as well. Another artifact scores for Descara. 1 more on the way. It looks like support cruiser anti-air was finally researched for Tarnarmour. Yeah, now that Tarnarmour has support cruiser anti-air, Descara is going to run in there with the air units, right? But he sees at this point it's over. He's just going to GG out of the game. And that's quite unfortunate, you know. It took him so long to respond to that air transition. And also, I don't know, I mean, there were still 5 salvagers over here the whole way through. It looks like this was not really his best game from the tournament, unfortunately. But, you know, it is against Descara, who can really... Whoa! Look how far away we are. But yeah, who can really blame someone for losing against Descara? He is one of the best players in the game at the moment, so... Descara, that means, is going to be moving on to the finals with Catharsis. And I'll probably get to casting those tomorrow, unless there's some 2v2 league stuff that goes on. I probably want to cast that first. But, you know, I will see you then. Look how far away we are. This is crazy. Oh, no, it's zooming in. I don't want to zoom in. I want to zoom out. Can I go glass mode? Yes. Took a screenshot of that one. Anyway, I will catch you in the next video. Till then.